Lately, I've been so depressed that just trying to eat food, a basic human need that we all do, makes me feel as if I am going to vomit. And I notice a difference with this. When I'm less depressed, when I am all stable up there, usually I can eat fine. Like, I eat the food, I put it in my mouth, and then everything's good, right? You eat the food, it goes down, you feel nice, you feel relatively okay. Maybe your stomach is upset, but this isn't just a case of my stomach being upset. This is my entire body sloping, feeling tired, like I'm, lethargic and as if I'm about to fall asleep at all times from the ginormous lack of energy, and that then extends to eating food. When I put the food in my mouth, when I chew on it, when I try to make it go down my throat, there's this ever-present sense of dread. There's this quaking feeling going down my throat as it goes down, and it just feels like it's about to be hacked up because of that lack of energy, because of those intense feelings of terrible, icky, bad stuff. And I hate it. I absolutely hate feeling this way. Like, when I feel this way, I'm pretty good at masking my voice to sound, charismatic and okay, and putting on a smile and all these different things. But when it comes to the base physical human elements, like eating food, the depression really does come out. Because when you put it in your mouth and you feel as if you're about to hurl, everyone starts to notice something is wrong here. And that's not good. That's not good for me, because I'm supposed to be sitting here with the smile mask on my face, pretending as if everything's fine. I'm supposed to be over here cracking jokes and speaking in a big presenter radio voice. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. But instead, I'm sitting in the bathroom, ready to throw up, because my lethargy has gotten so bad to the point that I cannot eat food anymore. The same thing tends to happen to me with the sun much of the time. A lot of the time, the sun isn't too bad, like it'll give me a headache, but it won't be so bad. But when I'm in one of those really depressive moods, when I go outside and I see the sun and I see the trees, when I see everything, when I just take a walk, I feel like I'm gonna collapse. It just feels terrible, not refreshing at all, just makes my skin crawl. And it confuses me how these basic bodily functions, like going outside, like eating food, can just be destroyed and corrupted by depression. Because when I'm not in a super depressive state, when I've had my medication, when I've generally been doing pretty well, when I'm, coping and all these different things, like, I'll still feel like shit, but it's a manageable level of shit. Like, it's the level of shit where I can eat food and not want to die, right? Well, I'm not at that manageable level of shit not too long ago. During these last couple days, I've been at the point where, I am not eating, which is not good. So, it's just an up and down, right? It's a mood. It's a constant fluctuation of kinda terrible and super terrible. And that tends to just extend to basic aspects of human life, like going outside and eating. These things become very different when you're depressed. So, it's hard to eat food. Food doesn't taste good. It's not enjoyable anymore. Sometimes it is. Like, when I'm in a better mood, food is enjoyable. And, this thing also goes for my hobbies and for, like, people and stuff. It's one of those things where if I get really depressed, I lose all interest in my friends, except for my boyfriend, strangely enough. And I just find them all really boring, and I want to leave everyone and just kind of isolate myself. And then the same thing would go with my hobbies. Like, I kind of lose interest in video games, I lose interest in YouTube, and all these different things. I'm still able to consume anime relatively, and like some like more easy to consume YouTube videos like podcasts, but music goes the same way. I can still kind of consume that. It's just the act of consuming it feels very different, where I can listen to my favorite album of all time and feel nothing, you know. I wouldn't feel anything. It would be kind of enjoyable, but I wouldn't feel anything. The emotions become very numb, you see. And so I get things like that where things that I would really enjoy typically just become terrible and hollow, and I hate them, and also I lose interest in people. So it's weird how these depressed moods can just affect all aspects of your enjoyment. Food, it doesn't taste good when you're that depressed. Like, it as I said, it literally feels like you're gonna vomit. That's not me being metaphorical. That's not me conjuring up some sort of big idea imagery there. That is me, like, feeling on the verge of throwing up when I'm eating food because it just tastes so bad. How does this happen? How am I just so lethargic and unenjoying life that much to the point where everything just feels terrible, where nothing is enjoyable when I would normally find it enjoyable? It's really hard to deal with, and to be honest with you, I'm still trying to find a way to deal with it. I've had to work my way around this many a time, but even when all of this seems to be the case, YouTube has always been here for me. YouTube has always been the thing that I can find solace in when I'm bored. YouTube has always been the thing that has allowed me to get my emotions out and get me through the day and continue shoving down that cheeseburger when I really have to, you know. So we'll find a way through all of this, I guess. There's hope. Probably. I think it'll get better, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, like, even with all the lethargy and the urges to vomit, like, at the end of the day, if I'm really, really hungry, I will stomach down food, even if I really don't want to eat it. I think your instinct to survive just kind of overrides the depression at that point, but that's at, like, the breaking point for me. Like, I will just spend large amounts of times just not eating food, so it's a bit concerning.